and welcome to another episode of The Restaurateur. I'm your host, JD, and if you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing or giving us a follow, depending on where you're watching or listening to this from, so you can stay up to date with the latest business discussions that we conduct here that could actually help improve your business or your life in general. More often than not, the biggest breakthroughs in the food industry are made by those people who started the business without a product in mind. They just happen to have read the market's cravings correctly and created a product around it. It makes a lot of sense to open your own restaurant or food stall if you yourself love cooking or if you already have a recipe or specialty that you want to share to the public. But that doesn't mean that you cannot succeed in this industry if you start without a product. When it comes to developing a product, the first thing you might want to try is to look for a concept that you can easily replicate. Base your choices on the popularity of the product and your capacity to pull off that business idea. This requires you to go out there and observe what people are actually buying and what are they participating in. Choosing a popular product to start with will give your customers an easier time to notice you because they're already familiar with what you're selling. Study that concept well so you will know if you have the capacity in finances, skills, or the drive to get that business going. But what if you want to offer something unique, something never before seen? The trick here is to undergo a lot of research and development for your product, plus a marketing campaign that will get your brand out there for the people to know and persuade the customers to try the product that you're offering. To begin, I suggest you try looking outside the box first. This will still require you to look for something to replicate, but outside the local area that you're in. Look for a stall or a restaurant concept that no one else in your area is doing. If you look at it closely, this is how the milk tea craze began in your area, if it already has. Entrepreneurs saw it in other countries like Taiwan, and they decided to import the idea to the local area in the hopes that people might actually love it. The possible problem that you might end up here with is getting a product that you thought is good, but people will not love because it doesn't fit the flavor profile of the personalities that would like to try your product. So be careful when you're choosing your next big thing, because you want to put your customers' preferences in the center of it all so you won't disappoint them. If you strike gold on this one, you will have been the first to do it in your area. However, if you really are a purist and you just don't want ending up copying anyone from anywhere else, and you just want to give it your shot at something original, then I suggest you think outside the box. Think of a product that people already love in your area, and then get creative in thinking of all the possible ways you can present that product differently to give them another experience that they haven't had before. Take for example, in the Philippines, mango float is one of the most popular desserts in the country. It's sort of like a chilled cake made with all-purpose cream, layers of grey ham, and ripe mango. Then it's usually chilled overnight and served on a tray. Then one day, an entrepreneur thought about the idea of serving the individual components of the popular mango float in a cup, served with soft serve ice cream. A lot of Filipinos already love eating mango float, and it only took one great idea by that entrepreneur to bring the experience of eating that dessert to another level. Aside from thinking about the product that people already love, you might also want to think about the people and what flavor profiles they have when it comes to food. It may take a little more experimentation and a lot of asking around to find the right flavor profile for a specific group of people, but if you do this, it will pay off eventually. Consider the rise in popularity of the ube cheese Desalle. Now, Filipinos have a natural inclination when it comes to ube, cheese, and a soft, hot piece of pandesal. Then one day, one entrepreneur had this brilliant idea to just put them all together in this one product we call ube cheese Desalle, and people went crazy for it. Having no product to begin with shouldn't really be a problem. You just have to work a little extra to find that right product that fits the right people so you can have that success that you've always dreamed of. Whether you think outside the box or inside the box, or whether you have an original product or something that you just copied and improved, just remember that you cannot please everybody. So it is important that you put your future customers' interests in the middle of it all when developing your product. Focus all your attention and effort to pleasing that first group of people. Because if they end up loving your product, they will be the ones volunteering themselves to convert their friends and family to become your loyal fans as well. And that concludes another session here at the Restaurateur. I hope you guys learned something new today and something that you can use in your real business endeavors. If you have any suggestions or any questions, please do leave them in the comments below so we can make a video out of those topics in the future. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Good luck in finding the right product inside or outside the box.